Listener represents Shakti Sugar and Abhishek Roy. He tracks the sector with a magnifying glass with Stewart and Mackertich. Mr. Manickam, good morning. Thank you for joining us. What do you think is the real reason for spike in sugar stocks? Ethanol or this temporary supply-demand imbalance where suddenly there could be a mismatch based on this year's production target?
Actually, the difference is multiple of factors. The first one is that you have Brazil not producing enough. I think India has become the largest producer of sugar even at 32 million. And Brazil used to produce something like 36 million. So I think Brazil is going down by about 5 to 6 million in production, which means the world market is going to be more balanced than being surplus what we thought. And the second one is the largest producer, India, is shifting into ethanol in a big way due to the government support for the ethanol program. So we also see that India would not be in a position to export too much from the next year. You would have a lot of sugar being converted to ethanol. And the support from the government for stocks and also the support for exports. So we are seeing deficit come into the market or balance come into the market. So I think that's basically giving us a rally. And it's a 10-year cycle. We are pretty much near 10 years over the last peak. So I think you would also see the cycle coming back.
Abhishek, hi, morning. Want to get you in on the discussion as well. Sugar, the cyclical story that is, do you think that the situation largely would improve for the sector domestically now that there would perhaps be higher ethanol blending?
Yes, hi, good morning. So as correctly mentioned that with Brazil cutting down the production and also Indian government focusing much on ethanol blending, so we can see that the glut that the cane production is there, so it is likely to reduce in the sugar production. So if the companies they go for more ethanol blending, then the certain percentage of sugar production will come down.
Okay. Could you broadly tell me the impact, Abhishek, of MSP? Because yes, there is a demand-supply mismatch, sugar prices may go higher, but MSP prices going higher also will have an impact on the way how ultimately sugar retail prices are calculated.
Yes, so what happened last year in 2017-18 that as the sugar production was at a record high, so the sale price was actually it has actually fallen to 25 rupees per kg. Now the central government they have given a MSP of 29 rupees per kg, and based on that now the sugar mills they are currently selling at around 31 rupees and 31.5 rupees per kg. Now if and also the cane areas is also higher. Now if the sugar prices are sold at a low price, then it will be impossible for the sugar mills, or difficult to be precise, that it will be difficult for the sugar mills to pay the farmers. So that has risen a huge cane areas. So right now the government is trying to lift the sugar price so that the areas could be cleared off just before the election.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Manickam, higher ethanol blending, do you think that could be a good solution as well to resolve some of the financial issues that the sector is facing?
Sure. I think higher blending of ethanol, we could pretty much reduce about 2 million tons of sugar in the short term, and maybe more than that in the longer term. So you would find Indian production coming in balance with the consumption. So I think higher blending of ethanol is a good program, and the government has given a comprehensive program this time that they're giving incentives for ethanol. They're also giving incentive for export, so which I think will address most of the issues the industry is facing.
Drill it down to specifics then. Who are the winners relatively in this sort of an environment? Abhishek, that question is for you.
Okay, so right now only a few players we can see that there will be benefit from this ethanol blending, because most around 25% of the sugar mills in India, they have distillery capacities. So, and only few of them, they have environmental clearance as well. So I can name Balrampur Chini, Dhampur Sugar. They will be the clear beneficiaries, because first of all, they have good distillery capacities. They are giving much emphasis on increasing the capacity as well, and also they have strong balance sheet to support the capex going.
Manickam, what about sugar exports? Could that be the joker in the pack, so to speak? Because historically, every time sugar prices have gone higher, since this is a political hot potato, closer to state elections, closer to next year's general election, nobody wants sugar prices to go higher. Can exports be opened up? Can that backfire?
Well, I don't think it'll really backfire, because we have we have almost 10 million stock at this point of time. And with 10 million tons, talking about export of 2 millions is not really going to make much of a shortage. And I don't think the government has got a fear of higher sugar prices coming because of this policy.
Okay, Mr. Manickam, thank you so much for joining us all the way. And Abhishek, glad that you as well could take time out and help us understand the sugar sector dynamics a little better.